Welcome to Live Without a Car, the show where we talk about everything related to living a car-free life. My name is Amanda, and I have lived without a car for over a decade in Portland, Oregon. I'm also an economist and your host. Today, surprisingly, we're not here to talk about getting rid of your car. Instead, we are talking about how to live without your car occasionally and save money in the process. Before I went fully car-free in 2016, I actually spent about 7 years living in Florida trying to use my car less often. Going completely car-free is not realistic or even possible for everyone, just want to acknowledge that. And it was not possible for me at the time, especially given infrastructure limitations. But lowering your costs and lowering my costs, that's something almost anyone can do today. Car ownership is full of what we call variable costs, which means if you drive less, you pay less. It might not seem like you could save much money by doing this, but you would be surprised. In a previous podcast, we shared the total average cost of new car ownership according to AAA. As of 2025, the average cost of owning a new vehicle was over $13,000 per year. Included in this estimate were things like financing, fuel, licensing, taxes, maintenance, insurance, and repairs. What does not seem to be included are things like tickets, fines, parking fees, tolls, cleaning supplies, car accessories like phone attachments, decorative items, storage. The point is, even with organizations like AAA measuring the really big costs of car ownership, it does not include everything, which means the cost is even greater than the statistics they provided. If you're wondering why you can't seem to get ahead these days financially, your overall car costs might be the reason why. One of my favorite quotes of all time is, "What gets measured gets managed." You've likely heard it. It's a very popular quote. So the first step is to do a review of what your current driving habits are. Do you use the car primarily for work? Do you tend to drive across town to different stores to find good deals? Do you spend a lot of time commuting to meet friends and family? Simply make a list. You can start by tracking each of your commutes for just 1 week. Alternatively, you can use our free tracker, which I will link in the description below. You might notice that a good percentage of those trips could have been skipped, delayed, or replaced with something else if some planning was involved. When you have access to a car, it gives this glorious feeling that you can go anywhere, anytime. You can get in your car right now and drive to another state. So it often makes it difficult to look at your car as a constraint rather than a symbol of freedom. But the reality is that if you need to save money, fewer trips might be the answer. So what can you do today to start saving money? Let's start with the obvious one, gas. According to Empower, the average cost per gallon of gas has crossed $4. This is not the first time it has happened, and it won't be the last. So the next time you find yourself jumping into your car to go somewhere, ask yourself, is this trip necessary? Can I find another way to get what I need without driving, such as utilizing free delivery? Can I carpool with someone else who is driving? Or maybe even, can I change my destination to something closer? And then related to that, can I use transit or walk or bike? Another set of expenses are parking and tolls. So often in Orlando when I was new to driving, I found myself ending up on a toll road unplanned, and I never really liked the idea of paying to drive on a road, although I do absolutely understand why it is done. I am an economist after all. But for a teenager, it seemed unnecessarily costly. So the next time you plan a trip, ask how much longer it would take to get there without using a toll road. Also, does your destination charge for parking? Maybe you can find an alternate destination that does not. Another thing to consider is the longevity of your car. If you drive 5,000 miles per year instead of 10, you can greatly extend the life of your car. When I got my first car, it was brand new, and because of how much my dad took care of it, it lasted over 14 years. He paid it off in, I believe, 5 years, which meant I had no car payment for about 9 years. That is huge. I remember driving off the lot with my new Pontiac Sunfire thinking, this is good for now, but in college I'm going to upgrade. But I never did. And wow, did I benefit financially from that decision. So the point is, just because you may have a lot of fixed car expenses, you still have control over something, and that is the variable cost of your car. So use that to your advantage. If you're interested in taking the next step towards living a car-free life, reach out to us at livewithoutacar@gmail.com. Thanks for listening to Live Without a Car. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe and share with a friend. Until next time, walk slowly and enjoy the scenery. Ciao.